last couple of days I have been reading a book. Okay, uska ek printout I have brought it with me. The books is written by Michael Stausberg. Stausberg, and the book is about the religion in urban areas, in particular religion in Mumbai. Okay, as a city. It says the book's name is Religions Mumbai Style. Religions Mumbai Style. I'm not saying aap bhi ye kitab padhe. It's an interest you might or might not study, but there's some ideas in this. I'm seeding the idea for you. Okay? And let's see how you can use it afterwards or whatever you can. Because see, you like it or not, you ultimately will enter into ethics preparation. आपको पसंद हो ना पसंद हो, essays आपका paper है. And essays are all abstract topics, philosophical topics. You must talk about religion, faith, belief, introspection, happiness, the courage, perseverance, very abstract. And these are those writing skills you cannot develop overnight. ये एक mindset है. Your ability to think in a particular way. And I'm hoping if I initiate you earlier, maybe in 2 or 3 months' time, you start having some interest in these type of readings. Okay? So in this book, now I'll ask a question to all of you. What do you think, or where do you think a religion matters more in our lives? Rural areas में, urban areas में कहाँ होना चाहिए? Online students. Okay, rural, yes, because rural areas, tradition है, cultures है, lack of education है, superstitions भी है. So for a long time, this was the notion that religion is more relevant in rural areas. Religion is not as relevant in urban areas. I mean, if you look at the dichotomy of society, there is rural versus urban. There is agriculture versus industries. There is a faith and traditions versus scientific logic. There is blind belief versus a logical and evidence based information or education. That's how most of us have lived and appreciated the role of culture and religion. And believe me, even though I knew some things, but mera bhi more or less sahi dimension tha. But very interestingly, if you look at today's society, across the world, do we see some revival of religion across the world? Yes. Americans, Catholics, Turkey. Turkey was considered to be a model of secular country because of the reforms of Kemal Atatürk. He was a reformist. He said religion must have no role in administration. Okay, a society which has been you can say a historical base for Islamists, Ottoman Empire. Okay, what you know as Ottoman is essentially what? Usman. The Arabic word is Usman. The English anglicized it and called that as Ottoman. Okay, Uthman. The Arabic pronounced as Uthman, Uthman. So it becomes Ottoman Empire. And Ottoman Empire, the caliphs, the khalifa, the caliphs, the rulers, like, or Turkey mein, they had secularization. Okay, that religion will not matter anymore to us. And now we see Turkey is back on religion. Okay, Israel is a very, very modern city, but there are reverses Israel maybe. We do see a lot of the movements in India also. Okay, so there was a time we said there is a traditional way of life and there is a modern way of life. Modern way of life, modern thinking, scientific thinking, logical thinking, thinking based on evidences, no superstition and so on. But this book tells us our recourse religion is something like an instinct for us. Whenever we are in doubts, a sense of hopelessness, whenever we have a sense of losing control, कि हमारे हाथ में है नहीं. Okay, we want to do something, but it's हमारे हाथ निकल जा रहा है. It's but natural that man looks for comfort, man looks for assurance, man looks for some kind of pillar to hold on to. Yeah, no, all will be fine eventually. That's where God comes in again. That's where, again, we have religion. So in today's world, science has not been able to answer or guarantee many aspects about our lives. Though we expected that we'll become modern, we'll have machines, we'll have development, urbanization, and our lives will be good lives. But as a hua nahi. So there is lot of disillusionment, because of which probably there is revival of religion. All of you can take it in writing. After first, second attempt, all of you जो भी borderline atheist थे, सारे full time religious people बन जाओगे आप लोग. फिर आप देखोगे 4-4 माला यहाँ लगा हुआ है, हर कलर का, पीला, orange, red, black, green. Okay, you'll have one trip to Vaishno Devi also. Okay, Dholpur Haat, crossing Dholpur House, that road, Shahjahan Road. Okay, you'll be very, very respectful towards the building. Okay, this is our temple, yahin to pahunchna hai. Exam ke pehle, some of you will stop even harming the ants. Ki pata nahi kiska aah lag jayega. Okay, 2-3 mark khizal jayenge hamare. It'll happen for all of you, trust me. And how it builds up, wo alag baat hai. So whenever we have that, insecurity, uncertainness, uncertainty, whenever we have that self-doubt, ek natural hoga that you will move towards that belief system. Ki koi hai, God take care of us and so on. So this book says that for a long time, we thought urbanization is secularization. That urbanization is modern scientific living. That urbanization is a kind of a logical life, modern life. But this is not so. Urban life has more complexities. Urban life has more uncertainties. Urban life, okay, there's a lot of angst, nervousness, sometimes unrealized ambitions. So urban areas also have high levels of religious beliefs. So example ke taur se takes up Mumbai. How Mumbai is he says, is almost like a place of pilgrimage. Mumbai ke places, Mumbai's events, and examples are beautiful in this. He talks about cab drivers. Okay, her cab is a research. 60% of cab drivers of Mumbai, and even otherwise, I think, they have some photograph of a deity. Okay, या तो माला झूल रहा होगा, okay, या फिर किसी का मूर्ति रखा होगा, या कोई दुआ कलमा लिखा होगा. You start the car with some prayers, okay, and you're driving by, you pass a mandir, slow down a bit, and you close the eyes and say a prayer there. You drive your taxis, जाते जाते कोई अपना एक निकाल के gives a coconut as offering and then moves ahead. So this is something I've observed, but written very beautifully. So I'll just read out some passage of this so that, so it says, Michael Stausberg, I mean emphasizing this, dekho, your exam qualifying will not be based on aapne syllabus kiya ki nahi kiya. It will be based on what have you become as a person. It's your intellect. UPSC is not looking for academic excellence. Agar academic excellence was the criteria, they would have gone to the colleges and taken the toppers from the colleges. Okay, pick up 20 top colleges of India and take the top 10 guys. Kaam khatam hai. They want something else. They also know many toppers are actually duffers. रट्टा मार के पहुंचे हुए हैं, आइडिया कुछ है नहीं, फॉर्मूला लगा के बैठे हुए हैं. They are not very impressed by that. So you have to grow as a person. Your thinking skills, your analysis skills, your comprehension skills. अगर आप पढ़ के समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, बेटा आप फाइल कैसे साइन करोगे? Okay, if you can't make sense of what is happening, you can't become an administrator. Okay, so it's my small effort there, whatever way I can. So more than geography or as important geography, these are the skills you have to nail it. And all of you having ambitions of 24, you don't have time too much beyond कि बाद में हो जाएगा, ये नहीं होने वाला है. The worst is निकाला prelims, निकाला means academic के basis पे interview में 110 पकड़ा दिया. सांप सीढ़ी खेल, back to square one. ठीक है? So be patient here. I love this and I hope you also enjoy this process. Listen to this. It says, Michael Stausberg's relationship with Mumbai has been evolving. the scholar who teaches at the University of Bergen, first came to Mumbai, then Bombay in 1991 as a graduate to study the Parsi community. It became his ticket to the city and its glory, one that he says he immediately fell in love with. Okay, then something there. Then he says, in retrospect, 1991 was the year when the major changes began to stir, transforming both India and its financial capital. Many more trips would follow. The religious environment of the city, beyond the microcosmos of Parsi community, held a fascination for me ever since my first visit. He came to India as a scholar of Parsis. How do Parsis live? Their beliefs. Parsis are a very close-knit society and very interesting rituals they have and so on. He says, Mumbai is much bigger than this microcosmic community. He says, Parsi made me interested in Sai Baba, who is something like a signature saint of the city. Eventually, I came to know academics and so on. Okay, fine. It says, people make, Mumbai is about how people make sense of the religions and they create a religious identity while engaging with the challenging urban environment of their city. He says, in Mumbai, because of challenges, because of the uncertainties, somewhere the religious thing clicks on. Mumbai is not known as a site of a pilgrimage, but religion plays a very important role for many of its inhabitants. Some decades ago, scholarship was convinced that big modern cities were forces of secularization. But the world over, research has shown us that urbanity has in fact been conducive to religiosity. This was a very powerful idea for me. It almost like an eye-opening sentence for me. And when I read this, then I could relate many things together. ये जो आपका dichotomy है, okay, I realized that this actually is absurd. Religion is not only here. Okay, religion idhar bhi hai. And the reason being, the urban life is a life of uncertainty. Right, wrong. So my conclusion point here is, in religion, in beliefs, okay, there are three things. One is, there is a debate about whether religion is the right thing or not. So I was reading a book again. It says that to say God has a purpose to make us, God has a divine plan because of which he made, and there's a purpose he wants out of us to be fulfilled, कि खुदा का एक मकसद है कि क्यों बनाया हमें, then the answer is, if you realize that earth is totally insignificant in the enormity of universe, it's our ego that tells us that God made us for a purpose. Okay, we are nothing if we talk in terms of the enormity of the world. Okay, the universe, solar systems, the millions and billions and zillions of solar systems and galaxies. To imagine that I was made for a divine purpose, that book says it's our ego. For reality, probably we don't matter for the creation. Kal agar earth explodes and disappears, you think universe will change? So that's an idea. Religion, right hai ya wrong hai, I mean, is a debate. Okay, whether God made us for a purpose, there's a debate. That's one point. The second point is, does religion impact our lives? And third is, because it impacts our lives, what can we do about it? Yeah, three aspects of belief systems. Patriarchy is a terrible thing. If you ask me patriarchy, I have to be judgmental and say that patriarchy is wrong. But the reality is, patriarchy exists. Just because patriarchy is wrong, according to me, I cannot say I will not study patriarchy. Okay, मुझे गलत लग रहा है, reality तो है ना. Every step of our lives we see patriarchy. All decisions we say patriarchy. So let me accept it impacts our lives. Now that it impacts our lives, what can we do about it? So this book throws some of insights in those directions. So do remember, if you can, okay, this man called Michael Stausberg, okay, and his book, Religion Mumbai Style, and the idea that religion as a concept matters in our lives. In fact, in today's world, the more modern we are becoming, okay, the more advanced we are becoming, the more and more religious we are becoming, the more and more our faith is becoming stronger. And that's partly because of, I said, the complexities of life. More and more we realize कि हमारा life हमारे हाथ में है नहीं. Okay, it's like, we make a machine to make our lives easier, and then we discover the machine has taken over our lives. Then we make another machine to make our lives easier, and then we discover if both together are now collaborating to make my life all the more difficult. Okay, to make our lives easy, I made a phone. Okay, to make our lives easy, I made an app. To make our life easy, now I want a law to manage the apps. वो भी ना हुआ, I found there is cyber issues. Okay, and it continues. So with more and more development, yes, the complexities, the uncertainties, the realization of loss of control, that pushes us towards religion, beliefs, and God. ठीक है?